I've been put on staff at my church recently, and we didn't have an office space for me, so our church made a decision. We have 2 little nurseries, one for babies and one for toddlers, and the truth is, that's a lot of space, and we don't need all of it. So we made the decision we're going to knock out a wall and make a really big office for myself and the director of student ministries, and it was really exciting, and it's such a cool thing to see, but there are people in my church who had issues with that because they were, number one, they're afraid of their memories. They raised their kids in that nursery, and that's reasonable to be afraid of letting go of those things. But also they had questions. What if we get 100 babies? Like, that was literally a question that someone asked me, what if we get 100 babies? And I think that really, like, a question like that really encapsulates what fear does to your faith. Because the truth is, if we had 100 babies, that's 200 parents. We are a church of 200 right now. We just doubled our growth. I mean, you're going to have to buy a new building if you get 100 babies. And that's never happened before. It's an illogical question. Even 10 babies, that's 20 people. That's another service we'd have to add on. These aren't always logical questions, but that's what fear does. It makes us ask the illogical question when it controls us. And I think that it's important that we shouldn't miss that in the fear that the disciples had, they thought Jesus didn't care about them because they let it control them. And fear robbed them of their faith, and that's important. It's important to see that connection because I believe that truly faith is the only thing that can save your soul and save your church. That is a powerful, powerful lesson we all need to learn, that the only way that I'm going to make it through this storm is by having faith in Christ. So as you make that connection, I really do want to encourage you not to be ruled by your fear. I actually believe that fear keeps us from making the right decisions. When we make decisions based on fear, we make decisions out of self-preservation. And I'm going to share in a minute why that's dangerous. But if you're going to make the right decisions about this church going forward, I think you need to be people of faith. And you can't do that if your fear is in the driver's seat. You got to put your fear in the back seat. So the question now is, how do you conquer fear? How do I deal with my fear in a healthy way that it doesn't control me? And you're always going to feel fear. Everyone felt fear. Every time an angel appeared in the Bible, the first thing he said was, do not be afraid. Because angels were scary to look at. They were really bright, and they came out of nowhere. If you've ever had someone come up behind you and you didn't hear them coming, that's really scary. If you've ever had someone appear to you from heaven, that's terrifying. I mean, it would be like, oh man. So every time they say it, it's because the person's already afraid. See, you're always going to feel fear, but you can't let it control you. And to do that, you need to have a faith that is greater than your fear. And when your faith is greater than your fear, there's only one source for that faith. And it's a knowledge of what this passage teaches, and that's that God is in control. So, I fully believe that this whole exercise by Jesus is one teaching point. We have to accept a simple fact here. The one who calmed the storm also allowed the storm. If he's truly in control of the wind and the waves, both things have to be true. So again, God is in control, and this is something I'm sure, again, you've heard this a million times in church. Everyone says that to you. If you're ever going through a hard time, someone's going to say it to you. God is in control. It's one of those cliches that we talk about, but the truth is, for you to move forward as a church and as believers, whether or not this statement is something you fully believe, will really define what you're controlled by. Your belief in the statement that God is in control will define whether or not you're ruled by fear or by faith. See, I think that Christ called them out onto this lake to teach them some things. Number one, he taught them that he was in control of all things, but I truly think he wanted them to know that they were safe because they were with him. He wanted them to know that they were safe because they were following where he wanted them to go. And sometimes when Christ calls you somewhere, there's going to be a storm along the way. And he wanted them to know and us to know that those storms don't mean you're going to fail. And those storms don't mean that the world is ending. I think he really wanted them to know that they were safe, and he wanted them to learn one really powerful thing, that they had more reasons to have faith than fear. So I'm going to make a bold kind of claim here, not a claim, but really just a statement. I'm a very personal preacher. I believe that God has called me to be someone who tells you about my life and shares my experiences with you. And this might even be a weird experience for some of you. It might be the first time anyone's ever done this, but I'm going to share some stuff from my life. Because I believe I'm not called to just tell you what the Bible says and go home. So, just to tell you a little bit about what's going on in my life and what that looks like in real faith. Last Sunday, my girlfriend and I decided to break up. We wanted different things in life, and she's a great girl, nothing bad happened, but we wanted different things in life. And I'll be honest and really say, not the best week. For me, really difficult week, challenging week. I feel a lot of things right now. I'm sad because I know that things can't be the way they used to be. I'm a little angry because now I know things have to change, and I don't like change. But more than anything, I'm scared. I'll be honest in saying that I'm scared because I don't know what happens now. I've never been in a situation, in a breakup like this, where I've been so close to someone that's still in my life. And I don't know how to function like that. I don't know what this looks like. I've never done this before, and I don't know what happens now. So I'm scared, and I have a lot of questions. I don't know what the future holds for me. Did I make a mistake? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? These are the questions that keep me up at night. And I want to share this experience with you because these three feelings of anger and sadness and fear, they are the things that you're going to feel as your church changes. If your church changes for the better and becomes healthy, you're going to feel sad because things aren't the way they used to be. You're going to feel angry because something that you considered sacred might be changed. And you might really feel afraid because you don't know where you fit in all of these changes and if there will be a place for you on the other side of the way. And I really want you to focus on something. I want to really issue a challenge to you this morning. But first, I just want to talk to you a little bit about how I feel in my certain situation and my storm. And I just want you to know, number one, I believe that everything that's happening in my life right now is happening so that God's kingdom can be built. I know that the things that I'm feeling right now and the changes that I'm going through are for me to help build a better kingdom for my God. These are changes that I have to go through for me to get to the other side of the lake where Jesus says, I'm going. To reach the plan for my life, I have to go through the storm. And I think that a really powerful encouragement for you is to know that you're going to need to walk through the storm because there's work for you on the other side of it. See, I know that there's work for me on the other side of my storm, and I believe that there's going to be work for you on the other side of yours. The beautiful thing about Mark 4 and this storm is what happens in Mark 5. And we spent 8 weeks studying Mark 4, and my challenge to you this morning as I leave you is to read Mark 5 when you get home. Study Mark 5. Mark 5 is one of the most beautiful chapters in the Bible because you see that even though they had to pass through this storm, when they get to the other side of the lake, Jesus meets a man who's been possessed by so many demons that all the people in his life have completely given up on him. He has had so many problems, so many difficulties, so many struggles that everyone just decided they'd be better off if they just locked him up somewhere. And they forgot about him. He meets a woman who has had a health issue that's been so bad that for 17 years she couldn't be in her community. She had to be separated from them. And he meets a little girl who dies, and who's surrounded by people who don't believe that Christ can heal her, or bring her back to life, I should say. And the truth is, Jesus heals all three of these people. And as you walk through a storm, I need you to know that you're walking through that storm because there's people that need healing on the other side of it. As your church goes through a storm, you need to know that there are people in this community who need your church to go through that storm, because they're not going to make it without you. So, I think that's what makes it so beautiful. That's the reason they got in the boat in the first place, is because there was something on the other side of them that they needed to go through. And as you approach this new chapter for your church, I need you to understand that there are going to be storms along the way. Maybe there's a new chapter in your life that's starting, and you need to understand that there's storms along the way. And the only way you're going to get through those storms is through faith, focusing on the work that God has for you on the other side. As you battle the discomfort that comes with changing your church or changing your life, you need to focus on the people who are going to be changed because you changed. And as you change your church, you need to focus on the people who are going to give their lives to Christ because of it. Because that's your legacy. That's what you were made for. And that will make it all worth it. I truly believe that we exist to give God more people, more parties, if you will. Every time someone gives their life to Christ, there's a party in heaven. And I believe we exist to give God more parties. So I actually want to close by taking you to another part of the Bible. It's one of my favorite passages. It's one of the most famous passages you'll ever read, Hebrews 11. In your Pew Bible, it's in the New Testament section. It is page 305 for you guys.
Way in the back?
Way in the back, yes. All the way in the back. It'll be on page 305, and you'll turn the page at some point too. I'm going to read a long passage of this, but as I read this passage, I want you to understand one thing. This is one of the most densest passages in the Bible. There's a lot to digest and think about, but I want you to focus on one thing. We're going to be focusing on people who had faith and people who did amazing things for God, but I want you to focus on what they were focused on as you read this passage. So I'm going to read verses 1 to 26, and I invite you to join me in that, because this is truly one of the most beautiful passages in the Bible. So Hebrews 11, verse 1. Now faith is being sure of what we hope for, and certain of what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. By faith Abel offered God a better sacrifice than Cain did. By faith he was commended as a righteous man when God spoke of his offerings, and by faith he still speaks, even though he is dead. By faith Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found, because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. Listen to these words carefully. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists, and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. By faith, Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. By faith, he condemned the world and became an heir of righteousness that comes by faith. By faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. By faith, he made his home in the promised land like a stranger in a foreign country. He lived in tents, as did Isaac and Jacob, who were heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking ahead toward a city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. By faith, Abraham, even though he was past age and Sarah herself was barren, was enabled to become a father, because he considered him faithful who had made the promise. And so from this one man, and he as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as countless as the sand on the seashore. All these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised. They only saw them and welcomed them from a distance. Then they admitted that they were aliens and strangers on earth. People who say such things are focused on a country on their own. If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had the opportunity to return. But instead they were longing for a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. By faith, Abraham, when God tested him, offered Isaac as a sacrifice. He who had received the promises was about to sacrifice his one and only son, even though God had said to him, "It is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned." Abraham truly believed that God could even raise the dead. And figuratively speaking, he did receive Isaac back from the dead. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau in regard to their future. By faith, Jacob, when dying, blessed each of Joseph's sons and worshipped as he leaned on his staff. By faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the Exodus from Egypt and gave instructions about his own. By faith, Moses' parents hid him for 3 months after he was born, because they saw he was no ordinary child, and they were not afraid of the king's edict. By faith, Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to be mistreated along with the people of God, rather than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a short time. This is the last verse. I want you to focus in on this one. He regarded disgrace for the sake of Christ as of greater value than the treasures of Egypt, because he was looking ahead to his reward. So once again, a really dense and heavy passage, but I want you to recognize something. All of these people who did all of these incredible things, they did them because they were focused on God and not on themselves. They weren't focused on what was, they were focused on what needed to be. And I think that's something really important for your church to understand and for you to understand in your life, is that we need to be like them. We need to put ourselves second and put the goals of God first. See, that's the kind of mindset that creates a life in us, that it makes us the people God wants us to be, and it'll make you the church God wants you to be. And it takes a focus on the people who are out there and not the people who are in here. See, as I close, I want to say that I really speak on behalf of everyone from my church when I thank you so much for letting us be here, letting us come and reach out, and thank you for reaching out to us for help. It was an incredible blessing for us to be with you guys in such a way. Know that we're here for you if you ever have any questions, if you ever have a need. Our church loves churches, and we are here to help and serve and care. I just want you to know that we're here for you, and I want to close with one last encouragement. I don't really know what kind of decisions your church is going to make going forward, but I want you to know that, hey, you may never agree with our church's doctrine or our way of doing things, but I hope that you'll mirror our faith. I hope that you'll emulate our faith, and that you'll choose faith over fear, and you'll be willing to put yourself second and put Christ first, and put the people out there before the people in here, because they need you. I really hope that you'll join us on our mission to see more people come to salvation under Jesus Christ, because that's why we do what we do, and that's why I walk the way I walk. It's truly, I believe that this is the only thing that matters, is seeing more people walk with me towards Him. I truly believe that at the end of the day, all that's going to matter is how many of us join Him at the end. I want to close in a word of prayer. Lord Jesus, I thank you so much for the work that lies ahead of me and ahead of the community church of Little Neck, Lord. And I just set the example this morning, Lord. I thank you for my struggles, because I know that in your hands, Lord, my struggles can lead to salvation for many people, God. I've seen you do that before, and I believe you'll do it again. So, Lord, I pray that all of us will be willing to turn our focus towards you and seek your kingdom work in our lives. I pray for this church that in all that they do, they would be focused on seeing more people come to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. I pray that more people would just completely give themselves to you in this building, God, and that they would remember that, Lord, you are the only God and our Savior. God, you are the only way to salvation, Lord Jesus. And I pray that that knowledge would fuel their decision-making as people and as a church. I pray these things in the name of Jesus Christ.